children don't need to keep quiet again. They ask.
Yes, so
Mommy, audacious children.
Why are we eating amala every day?
They'll ask, yes.
Why are you beating me and not beating my brother?
There was this time, sorry to cut you short. There was this time my sister called my dad from school. I think she had sent messages to him. She needed money and I said, "Hello, Daddy. You not see my message?" I so.
Welcome to Tebeba Podcast.
Hello, exceptional people, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Tebeba Podcast. You already know how we do it here. On this podcast, we explore big ideas, spark meaningful conversations. We ask questions that make you think deeply about societal issues. We also provide solutions, or at least we try to provide solutions. I'm your host for today, Sunshine, and I'm happy to be here. With me, I have the intelligent, the delectable, the insightful, M to the E to the R to the C to the Y. Mercy!
Why now?
Why not? Thank you.
Right,
Thank you for joining us.
Again. Yeah, thank you.
We're glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Also, I have another amazing co-host with me. She's a melanin popping queen.
God.
She's intelligent. She is smart. She brings the energy. She brings the vibe. And we call her... Oh! Welcome.
Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Mercy. It's nice to be here again, and it's a beautiful thing to do this again.
Of course.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you. Oh, yes. On this episode today, we're going to look at a topic that is as interesting as it is important, if you ask me. Because these days, I don't know if you've noticed on your own feed or on your own timeline on social media, you have almost every time, let's say you turn on social media 5 times a day. 3 times out of those 5, you might see a video on this topic. Don't worry, I'll tell you. We're looking at parenting. Are we raising children or emotionally wounded adults?
Jeez.
Now, think about it actually. Every time you turn on social media, are you sure you don't always see one advice or the other? This is how to parent. This is not how to parent. This is how to... So you see?
Why does this topic sound like a shade?
It doesn't sound like a shade. That's what we are here on Tebeba Podcast. We're bringing solutions. So even if it sounds like a shade, apologies, but we want to help you. We are not here to shade you, right?
At all.
Yes, so let's pick it up.
Beautiful. And to even think of the many parenting coaches that we have today.
That's why I'm telling you that it is everywhere. It is everywhere at this point. So yes, let's have it.
Now, parenting is a big deal. I'm not a parent yet, but I'm a daughter.
Okay.
And I'm looking at how my parents trained me or raised me and my siblings. I'm usually very grateful because we did not have everything. My parents were poor. But the truth is, my siblings and I never experienced poverty because there was not to lie.
Okay.
I look like an Ajebo.
Yes, you do.
Many people call me that. And I argue with because I know my background. I'm not an Ajebota. Sometimes I try to what are you guys saying? Why do you call me that? I suffer though, but I cannot say not suffering. Why? There was a way my parents were able to hide. They went hungry for days, but we had food to eat. I cannot remember going hungry. So looking at how they did that, sacrifices upon sacrifices that I can't even recount. There is something that planted in me. And I could only say that, God, I don't know how you helped my parents to raise me and my siblings, but we are all good children.
That's really amazing. Wow.
God, I want you to help me as well to be a good parent. And I want to do better than my parents.
And you see, I picked something from that, and because you said the way they actually raise you. And the question is, can a parent give what they don't have?
I think that's very important too. That's very important to look at. Can parents give what they don't have? Because really, everybody, every parent is first a member of the society.
Of course.
And as we are members of society, we have, from our social studies days, they say agents of socialization, the family. So even our parents came from a family.
They learned parenting from
the family came from.
So if a trauma is actually built inside some parents like that, they will eventually pass it and they will raise emotionally wounded adults.
I feel like it's worse now because of the advent of the media, because we have so
Yes,
many
of course.
unhealed people that are now using the
around.
media to pass
On their pain.
very unhealthy
Okay,
perspectives.
for example, let's take two children coming back from school and one scores better
than the other.
than the other. You will beat the one that scores lower. Then you say, and
They have sweat.
especially when the one that scores higher is the younger one.
Yeah.
And where the one that scored lower
Is the elder.
elder. They're like, this is your brother. How you doing well? How you doing this?
So it's such
How do you want such child to actually, if such parent does not have the adequate wisdom and parenting wisdom to actually raise the one that is doing poor, that is doing
Yes.
less in his education?
I love that
Because
point.
I remember
it's
when
classic. It's
I
a
love that
classic
point.
example.
it's an experience.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
classic.
reality,
Because
actually.
it's almost like every Nigerian parent was the best in their class. Have you known that?
Yes.
When I was in school, I was the
I was
best
the first.
prefect. When I was in school, I
very
was
true.
150 over 100. When I was in school, they were always the best in their class. Can we? So who was not last in the class?
So it's so important that the parents have the adequate wisdom to actually raise them in that form. When they discover that, this person, probably you can speak with counselors or people who are like grandmas
Yeah,
or
older people.
And they should not blame the one that is doing lesser in a way, comparing them, because that way they will raise a child that's in the
emotionally
future
wounded.
the emotionally wounded,
Yes.
like that.
So now that you have mentioned that, I recall that at the beginning you mentioned something about a personal experience. I think you should share that.
Yeah, okay. While I was, I don't know, maybe primary 3, 4, those time. I can't say maybe I was dumb, but I don't know anything. I don't know jack.
You were struggling.
Very, very. I don't even know what is school. I will just go.
It happened to the
Come
most
back.
of us.
Just go. Come back. Probably because I was the first born, so I don't see people around me.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's the thing.
he's always the first.
That's the thing.
Always my daddy would beat. I don't know why he was beating me.
Yeah.
I don't know the reason. I was just, this man would do anytime we bring result, he would just be beating.
Okay.
He would just be beating me until, while I go to secondary school, I felt like seeing people.
Okay.
People are doing, when they get their result, they're happy. Why can't I be happy? It now go to a point where my daddy travel, when he comes back like that, he will now say that, now come. He was now making me to understand the reason why he was.
But that's him later.
It came later, actually. So when I saw the reason why this, okay, because I was not doing it, it now became a determination. I now became intentional. Even at my class that time, I was not good in all subjects, but there was one subject that everybody in class know that when it comes to this commerce, this is my
Interesting. So
like
that
I now
explanation from your dad actually helped you.
So it's that is good for him that he knew that I need to tell him the reason why I'm beating him.
Beautiful.
I'm not just beating him because he's cool, but I have to tell him, you are doing this and you have to improve. You have to read. You have to do that. I'm spending money on you. This money must be fruitful.
Of course.
All these things. By the time I got to our institution, I was already at the top. I was the best graduating student in my department.
Amazing.
So it was just like that. If I look back and see that,
Interesting.
but other parents, they will not do that. They will just keep beating you, and it will be like, those are the type that used to become those.
Emotionally wounded. Wow, that was quite an interesting example. And I'm sure that many people that are even watching might be able to relate to this, because of course you said your dad had beaten you before, and then you probably even started to be afraid to show him your results.
Very, very.
So it was not the beating that changed your experience in class or in school. It was the conversation your dad had with you.
Yes.
So it was that communication that actually made things better. That's something to watch out for as well, because that's a parenting hack, right? We can say that's a parenting hack based on your own experience. And that's something that we all can learn from. Even though all of us say we are not parents yet, but that's really something to learn from. And almost everybody has one experience or the other like that, where it is something that's happened that triggered their parents to now communicate in a particular way and then make their relationships better with their children one way or the other. That's really great.
If my dad hadn't done that, I don't know.
If you would have still gone back to
you probably would have hated
something
him.
else, of course.
Maybe.
Now that
Yeah, so just like what Mercy said, parents should not just give instructions.
Okay.
I think they should try to explain, let your children know the reasons for which you're doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You will spank a child, let that child know his or her first, so that next time it doesn't do it.
Parents don't do that.
That's why I'm pointing these out.
Why do I want to tell you the reason why I'm beating
That's
you?
why I'm pointing this out. It's actually necessary because it's not just now. You know, you gave that example about your results. You didn't know why your dad was flogging you, but he kept flogging you, and you were, if not because he later communicated, I promise you'd resent him.
Yes.
You will grow up to hate
I was
him.
going to say that.
You just think he's a wicked man and all. Because I had same experience with my mom. I hated hating is not a good word. It's a strong word, but not like I wished her evil.
Yeah.
But I didn't like my mom growing up until I was a teenager. I think I didn't like my mom when I was probably 15 or 16. And that was because my mom was tough, very tough. She did things sometimes I don't even understand why.
You don't even know if she was your real mother or this one to the hospital.
I just felt she was just so hard. It was then I started to understand, when we started to bond and talk. Yeah. So she would tell me, okay, this, if you do this, and it started to make sense to me. And for myself, you know, I could build values based on those.
That communication
training
was still key.
For example, a child like me who was born into a family where she don't do certain things, you know, she don't wear jewelry. I'm not pierced, so I don't wear earrings. And when people ask me, why don't you have
this question
hole in your ear? From primary school, they ask me that question. I will tell them they did not give me the
Abi? Is that not the answer?
You don't know.
I don't know. My dad and my mom did not give me all. If you ask my mom will say, my dad. So the story, I didn't understand. So they did not give me. That is what I would tell them. And I continued because I had to ask, why don't I have? So my mom explained, you know, if God wanted you to have, you know, different. She explained to me, and okay. And then when I grew as an adult, I had a mind of my own. I decided I didn't want it.
Okay.
Right. So it was not based on we are holier than those that are using it. That was not it.
And this is just an example because I know some viewers
Yes, just an example. Of course.
It's just an example.
And I think in this generation, this generation of people, I mean, children don't need to keep quiet again. They ask.
Yes, so audacious children.
Why are we eating amala every day?
They'll ask, yes.
Why are you beating me and not beating my brother?
There was this time, sorry to cut you short. There was this time my sister called my dad from school. I think she had sent messages to him. She needed money and all. And I said, hello, daddy. You not see my message.
So you're correct. You're correct
So,
that they can, in fact, they can even ask ChatGPT on their phones.
Imagine.
That's just to buttress how audacious they are. Please continue.
So it's just like in this era, the role of the parents, you know, have switched in a way because that time you have to tell them, you have to communicate. Now they will ask you. So why you are asking them?
Don't tell them
what you are telling them.
Oh, we can't do this for now. Or maybe
Make
we
it
can't
clear.
afford this for now. There's a way to communicate.
Yeah, make it clear.
Including this issue of sex education. There is a way to communicate. Age appropriate.
Let's not even go there.
Age appropriate.
You see, another thing that causes that I can say that it's a problem for parents to actually communicate is they don't understand their children. They don't understand their
There's
children.
no bond.
They don't discover things. They don't know their children.
personalities.
They don't know their personality. So probably, you know, especially in bubbling place like Lagos, whereby the father has gone in the morning, the mother has gone to
This is another matter.
coming back in
How
the
the economy is affecting
So
parents.
now you want to tell your children that there is no money, there is nothing, because you don't understand their temperament, you don't understand
You don't know how
their
to communicate
reasonability.
to them.
You will not know how to communicate with the girl or with the boy. You don't know. You just tell them, then you think they will process it the same way.
I love that.
You will raise, at the end of the day, you will raise a wounded person.
Thank you.
You will not raise a good child. But when you understand,
very important.
you understand their temperament, their reasoning.
I agree.
When you understand them, you will know words to even use.
Exactly, because
I love that.
there's a way you address one child. Still on this your point. There's a way you can explain something to child A, and you know you can't try it to child B.
But if you do not know, you will explain to them the
Thank
same way.
you.
And
And they will take it
They
differently.
cannot. That's why I love seeing
superb.
my best type of movie is seeing drama family movies.
Oh yeah, family drama. Yes,
Like
yes,
Shameless.
yes.
Yes, that has a lot. Because I see a lot of
different sides of
different sides of
parents.
parenting.
Yeah.
You see how the father does, you see how the mother does, you see from child 1 to child 2 to third, fourth, like that. You see what same thing. You see different
same
reaction.
issue, but different. Because even parents have different personalities. Some parents don't even know their own personalities. Their
Thank
spouse's
you.
personalities.
Exactly.
So
Thank you.
why should they be bothered to find out their
I
children's
love this
personality?
family online now. Like, I think they only have, I don't know their name, I've forgotten. They have one guy and a lady. When they teach them about finance, about investment, it's indirect teaching. You say, okay, Junior, I'm just using. If you have $10, how do you think you can spend it? So, okay, well, Daddy, I'll put $5 to buy this stock. I'll be like, stock?
At this age,
At this age.
Education, finance
I think they are
education.
on TikTok, they are on
There's so
Instagram.
many-
I've
so
forgotten
many
the family.
aspects.
Now the way they are doing that, they will just pose the question to it and they will give, when they are, the mother will say, no. This would have been the best approach. And the guy will be like, no. You said, okay. They will, like, it's a kind of communication with reason.
yes.
So at the end of the day, I was okay, I will do this. Okay, I will do that. I think one of the best, which it might not be the main best thing.
Yeah,
but
the only way, it may not be the only parenting style.
Exactly.
But communication builds
Communication.
intimacy. The same way they tell us in church, you must be close to God. How do you supposed to communicate?
Communicate.
The same way we have to be close to someone.
If you don't communicate with your children, you
You
cannot
can't
know
know
their
them.
personalities. Yeah.
You can't know
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
That's so
And
true.
that is what results to comparison. You talked about your dad praising your brother and spanking you because of your
Yes.
result. Your dad did not understand you. He possibly did not even know that you're probably
skilled in another thing.
you want to do something else, and your brother is the book type. Not every child is book smart, and it doesn't mean they are not smart.
They don't
Should I
have
ask
equal
you a
strengths.
question?
Not all children have equal
On
strengths.
this thing let me ask you this question. Should parents punish, beat, or give a certain reward to the children at the same place? I mean, together.
I don't agree. I think I
Now,
understand the question.
Like they both brought their results.
Okay.
They were there. So there, before the younger one, you beat the elderly one. Before the
elder one, you gave the younger one
this thing.
a reward.
Should that be?
You shouldn't.
You know?
I don't think you
It
should.
shouldn't.
I don't
It
think
shouldn't
so.
because I
Well, it
have a
depends.
personal
Depends.
experience.
Okay.
Just like what you said. Also, though mine was, I think I came third in class.
Okay.
You know, you come third in class in primary school.
Me 21st out of
Don't
25th.
don't rejoice too early. Then my dad will say, the person that took first and second,
They don't have two heads.
do they have 2 heads?
That's the classic line.
And then my brother has been more intelligent. I would not say more intelligent, but very intelligent. And in anything he wants to do, book, whatever that
can
he
imagine.
is very
Like an
intelligent.
all-rounder.
And for me, I've been more of the speaking type, writing, speaking. Right from when I was a child, my parents would tell me how I would always write different kind of things, take anything and write, and I can always talk. You give me something to memorize now, I'll memorize it and I'll recite it without any mistake. That was my strength. But my parents didn't really say, my dad knew I had that strength, but he also wanted something. So there was this, I was measured based on expectation.
His own personal experience.
Not based on my
That's
strength.
very,
So to
very,
answer
very
your question about rewarding or judging, even if you want to promise rewards for your children, you want to give them incentives, give them based on their strengths that you have observed. A particular child might not be able. Now, I'm more, when it comes to writing, speaking English, I don't need to read. When it comes to calculations, my brother is better. So if you want to give, for example, you want to give both of us, don't give us reward based on, look at my strength and give me give me a reward. Look at his strength and give him a reward.
An adage or something I saw that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live the whole of its life thinking it is stupid. Because fishes don't climb trees. They're not wired to climb trees.
Environments.
Fishes swim. It's monkeys and other land animals that climb trees. So it's oh my god. There are so many things. It's important that people are aware. Please, there's one thing that is still important. We're talking about parenting. So parents is to lead. So parents is to make sacrifices.
Yes.
And it's important too that if you're choosing to decide to go into parenting, maybe you're married or any circumstance or anything. The days like Father's Day, Mother's Day, people say things like, oh, biological father, adoptive father, mother figure. These are different, they're giving different categories of parents. But the point is just that it's leadership. And leadership is best done by example, right? We've seen it from all these leadership coaches, and they keep telling us, the best form of leadership is by example, is by modeling. So it's important that in everything, of course, as you're being guided by your spiritual values, whether you're Christian, Muslim, whatever, you also model what you want to see in your children. And we just have to wrap up the episode, but I really want to hear from you. What are your closing thoughts?
All right, so I'll just say that, we've established a matter of communication.
Yes.
Parents should communicate the reasons why they do whatever they do, so that you would not think you are loving your children by doing whatever you're doing, and they don't understand what you're doing. And then in the end, they end up hating or resenting you as a parent. That would be you raising an emotionally wounded child or adult rather than raising a child. So just please communicate correctly. And the fact that, initially when we started, Mercy mentioned the fact that a parent cannot give what they don't have.
Of course.
Environment and everything. As a parent, you can just be intentional about how you want to raise your child. If you were raised to be an emotionally wounded adult, please take care of yourself to ensure that you don't pass on that pain to your children.
Amazing. Your closing thoughts?
Yeah, I think I would just take over where she stopped. You can, as a parent like that you are aware now that you are a wounded person. You can go to any parental coach. There are a lot of them who will see into the secular and see into the Christian world.
For the spiritual.
They bring the spiritual, they bring it together, so that by the time you are saying, you not say that it's because they are Christian. Because there are also people who are not Christian that are doing well, parenting.
True.
There are people like that. There are families like that. They are not Christian, but they parented well. So you can. There are coaches like that. That is, they have mastered emotions. They have mastered intelligence. They have mastered relationships.
They have track
They have
record
mastered psychology. So it is important that you can go there. Then another thing I would just add is that you as a parent always tend to know the personality of your children, each and every one. Test them on their strength as well, to know that, okay, I think this one is if you are rewarding them, then reward them based on their strength. Know your children. Know if it's a sanguine, know if it's melancholy. Just know them, know their personality, know their temperament. If you don't know, my parent, my mom will say, no, Jerry, Mike, like, or one thing, you will say this thing, no, they will say, no. But when it is this one, so they know us. But you cannot even say your child will do this. At the end of the day, you say they cannot do this. At the end of the day, they are the one there.
Wow.
And it's not because you did not know, it's because you did not study them. They have been doing it, but you did not study it. They are doing this thing, so that by the time they grow up, they will not pass on that thing on to others. It won't affect them in school. It won't affect them at work, because you see many workplaces now where you ask them, is the trauma that is coming that they are bringing from their home, from their growing up, it's trauma, and they will pass it. Some people will influence others. Good girls, good guys, they will even influence them that you don't do that. This in my home, my daddy will not do this. Your daddy, I know. Okay, that's true. In my house, we don't tell the truth when you are going to because that's what to see. You say you are going to see. No, it's common. So that child too, when he's going to air, he will tell you, say, but when abduction happened, you say, how did you now? You say you are going to, and now, so please. This is
such
and know your children.
Such an insightful episode, and we're sure every one of us here, as much as possible, everyone here is sure that you have gained insights in this episode. Whether you're a parent right now, you're a parent to be, or you are in charge of children at one level or the other, you have definitely gained something that you start to apply. Share with us what you have gained. Share with us some comments in the comments. Yes. It matters to us that you actually share comments with us. Follow Tebeba Podcast across social media. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe. That button does not bite.
Hit the notification bell.
Very important. Yeah. And share this with other parents, aspiring parents, and parents in different parent figures in different areas of life. Till we come your way again on another exciting episode.
Bye.